I'm West because I have actually watched the first episode of the sixth season of The Good Wife.
All right.
This is legal drama starring Juliana Margulies and Alan Cumming, among others. This started. Now, Luke, you're watching this, aren't you? But
I
you're
am so far behind that she's not even good yet. She's still the moderate
the,
wife
the average
at this
wife.
point. Yeah. Could I just, before you get started, because I don't want to interrupt you, isn't the title the worst thing about The Good Wife? I don't understand the title. I never have.
Well, because she was the good wife. She was standing by her husband who had an
Yeah, but
affair and went to
but
jail. She was the
yeah,
good wife and that's where I remember, Gary, you might remember this too, on that documentary about US TV. They had
Yes.
one of the creators on talking about how whenever there was a sex scandal involving a politician, he would always focus on the wife in
Yeah.
the
And the
dress
kids.
suit, standing next to him, and he always
Yeah.
thought, what's the story of this woman? Why is she always standing by her man? And that's where the creation of the character of Alicia Florrick began. So you don't mind how spoilery I get, Luke? I'll try and keep it.
no, it'll take me about 4 years.
Okay.
to get
So the big story here was that Alicia's legal partner Carrie was arrested on drugs charges stemming from allegedly advising a client how to go undetected when shipping a large bulk of heroin into the US. What I like about The Good Wife is the dialogue is so well paced. It's always like quite quick segments, but you always get the characters come first, sort of thing. And I think now we're in the sixth season. You feel like you know these characters, and the performances are brilliant. Juliana Margulies, as we've mentioned, Christine Baranski.
She's excellent. I mean, she was so Margulies. She was excellent in ER at the beginning.
Yeah.
She was one of the main
Yeah.
focuses, and I think the show. A lot of people put the success of that show down to people like George Clooney and stuff, but I think actually she was one of the breakout stars.
Yeah, I'd say her and Anthony Edwards really made the first
Yeah.
series of ER. I think, Gary, you'd like this as well, because this is quite like a slick.
I think
sort
I
of-
know I would. My problem is just I think the fact that it's on its sixth series
Yeah,
is what puts me
yeah.
off.
And as well, I mean, there's a political side to this as well, because obviously her husband is a governor.
He's a senator,
He was,
or
I
a
believe,
governor, yeah.
he was a district attorney, I think, when he was arrested, and he's now the governor. He's
Right.
worked his sort of way up to the governor's office. So there's a side of this that's a political side, and more so this season because Eli, the character played brilliantly by Alan Cumming, has
He is brilliant. He's genuinely brilliant in this.
tried to get Alicia to run as, I believe, the state's attorney under her husband.
right.
Even though now they've recently separated. So it's there's these intricate plots. Archie Panjabi as well is brilliant as the sort of in-house private detective Kalinda. There's just so much that's good about this, and I know I don't watch as much American drama as you, Gary, but this is one that is it's an easy watch. It's well written, it's well produced.
Yeah.
I think it's really well paced as well.
Yeah. And as you asked me recently, does it always sort of go on to be just like a case of the week type thing? And it doesn't. Certainly this first episode, it was sort of just based on the characters. I mean, as it goes on, obviously they do the sort of case of the week thing that like Ally McBeal and Boston
Well,
Legal.
Silk did it to an extent,
and Silk
obviously,
as well. Yeah. But I'm just thinking about obviously like American series, but this is sort of a different beast, and I think it's one that's growing as it's gone on, because a lot of people have said when it first started, it didn't look like one of the more promising shows that came out that year, but it's sort of gone from strength to strength as it's gone on. So
normally when we talk about American TV, or anyone in this country or around the world talks about American TV, they might not realise they're not talking about traditional network American TV, whereas The Good Wife is one of those shows that is on a proper network and is probably one of the best shows on network TV.
Probably sort of the reason that sort of like Scandal is almost like the same thing, isn't it, in a way, but sort of more sort of political element. I don't know, you watch that, don't you, Gary? Scandal.
Yes.